Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mega Man X4 playthrough, and I'm at the helm this time. I'm taking control of Zero, and Matt, you deserve a rest.
I totally do, thank you. Sigma hurt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that might have been too slow. Let's see what happens here. Now the cutscenes, I should stress, are I think completely
No, they're different
for the most part. There are some that are the same, but for Zero he gets a different opening.
He gets them. Now we get an answer to whether or not robots dream.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Einstein?
My masterpiece.
My name is Dr. Doppler.
He is my nemesis.
Doppler. That's
Our
horseshit.
rivalry is what gives me motivation in life. Now go.
You
Destroy
think
They,
Wily-
they couldn't
That's
even
an
get the
order.
guy that voiced Wily in the Ruby Spears cartoon.
That would have been perfect. Zero, you're having a headache. Zero has had a problem and needs to shut down.
It's like someone discovered his browser history.
Sigma looks like somebody discovered his browser history.
Oh my god, the edge.
Some dude got fucked
What
up.
happened? This used to be on the Super Nintendo and it was 16-bit and super hardcore.
That would have been some funny shit if that flashback was a 16-bit.
Yeah. So Zero dreams of a mysterious set Wily and
I'm a serious
yeah.
Nope, you're red.
Yep. No. It doesn't reflect on this. I think
Oh.
it reflects on the other character itself. Mavericks emerged at the point of 5567. They occupied the Sky Lagoon. This is pretty much a Zero's situation here. Was it? Did X and Zero head to the area at the same
you got
time? Okay, good. Got it. Okay, so what I did there was enter the black Zero code. In X4, it is merely cosmetic. I just think it looks cooler.
It does. At least the black and green go nicer together.
Yeah.
Now, unlike later games, this actually is just cosmetic, purely cosmetic.
Yeah, purely cosmetic. In later games, it gives you a buff for your defense, your attack.
It
It also
in
gives you a
X5,
shock buffer.
in X5, actually in X5, it gives you certain parts depending upon what you already have, or it upgrades some of them that you do have, like the shock buffer you said, for example. In X5, it also gives, I think it gives range extend and shot eraser, to my knowledge.
Shot eraser, yeah. I love shot eraser the most. That's a lifesaver.
I myself have a different path for the X5 game. I'll be doing that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, X5, I mean, starting from... This is kind of like the only time in the series, folks, where Matt and I are going to be, like, combining forces. Because starting with X5, you can switch between characters at any point.
Right.
Assuming, you know,
You want to.
you don't get shit RNG in X5.
I actually have to confess to some different luck. Like, I had the same thing you did at first when I was replaying again a while back.
Yeah.
My first time around, I failed and Zero went Maverick. Then I rebooted the same save file and Zero stayed Hero.
Yeah, that's the thing. In the Brain Scratch playthrough, I did, I think, like 4 or 5 different resets. Same thing. I just got tired.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I got shit to do, man.
You know what? Fuck you, Zero. You want to go bad? You're bad.
Yeah.
Drop out of school.
Who's bad? I'm bad. Ow!
You remember the box again, we'll fall and kill you.
Yeah.
Now, why are we showing off both playthroughs if it seems like a different coat of paint? Because with Zero has an entirely different play style and attitude you're going to need to make with this. Johnny may not show that off because Johnny's just guy says, huh, sword, doink. But yeah, you're not going to have like a ranged gameplay with Zero. You're going to have to be equal parts aggressive, but it also means your defense is going to be a little riskier.
Don't really need the health drop with the extra life, though. That's
You're only
nice.
hit like once.
Yeah. Oh, who's she?
Who cares?
Iris. What are you doing here?
I fell
Oh, that's too bad.
really, really far.
Well, good luck with that.
Jerk.
Oh, Iris, the warning symbol. That's more important.
Zero, if they issue warnings, that means stay away.
You're the dickhead that goes behind the black and yellow tape. Anyway, second verse, same as the first. I think if anything,
There's a slight difference here. Again, you're jumping up. You can't afford to play the distance game. And you might get swiped onto the blue.
yeah.
But that's really...
But he's still like 1 and 8. So
Right.
really not a hard fight at all. Looks good, but it's not a hard fight.
It's a paper dragon.
Yeah, so this is one of my aggressive play styles. It might end up, but he's got his own little call horn.
Yeah.
Zero, long time no see.
Starting that shit again.
No, not ever.
Colonel, we can understand that, you know, Rebel Force could potentially be blamed for this. We just want you to come for some questioning, sell out Magma Dragoon, and we'll be on our way. Fuck you, war.
I'm being discriminated. I'm being discriminated against. And then they fucking leave. Oh yeah, it turns out we do have to actually be in the game to make save data.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Normally, a lot of games will let you do that before the game even starts. But oh yeah, we decided to switch recording setups between the X playthrough and the Zero playthrough. In the X playthrough, what Matt was doing, we were using a PS2 with the upscaler. I switched it to the backwards compatible PS3 with Aver Media,
which I got to now. Thank you for mini games.
And it's just it's easier on my hands because we don't have to worry about the cords and all tangled up mess. And personally, I just feel better with it.
There's less of a latency lag too.
Yeah, like 1 or 2. Yeah, believe it or not, Matt was actually playing the X playthrough with like 1-2 frame latency. I tested out myself, and
in a game like this where you're going to need utmost precision, that 1 or 2 frames can fuck you up.
Yeah,
admittedly,
very minute.
It's minute, but it's enough. Like,
yeah.
That's what kind of fucked me up on my first goes until I worked out the kinks.
Yeah. So I'm not dealing with that. That's what's the PS3. Because I hate input latency. I do. It brings out the worst in me. And you guys don't want to hear me bitch for like 3 hours. So.
Right. War.
I hate this channel. But I haven't paid my DirecTV in like 3 years. It's all it's on.
One thing is, though, I have to confess, for as stupid as the plot is, Sigma is on point in this story. Mainly because Sigma grows beyond simple infections and goes with political manipulations. I like it.
But the thing is that the infection wasn't really a plot element until X3, which didn't mean anything until the end of the game. And then X4 doesn't really follow up with that.
No, because of Doppler's first batch of antiviruses. And then this time around with X4, we're working not only through the antivirus, but we're also working on different ways to get somebody labeled as Maverick.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, in X4, the reason why it's not awesome is because right now it's not the problem. The problem is Rebel Force.
Right.
Well, and
6 Rebel Force.
6 Rebel Force, 2 Sigma. But they'll all be Sigma at the end.
Right.
I mean, if the virus gets us away.
Now, again, Web Spider is going to be the one you're going to want to start with first. I myself like to start with Cyber Peacock, but only because I really like his ability too. Now, Web Spider, however, is one of the few bosses in the game that'll give you an actual weapon. We're jumping ahead of it here, but Zero doesn't get weapons like X does. Well, not all of them. He'll gain techniques, which is honestly which is really a good way to differentiate X and Zero. Also makes Zero a hell of a lot more fun, I'm sorry to say.
Again, like I said before, starting with the PlayStation series, it really feels like the X games were designed more for Zero than it was for X.
Well, they were.
Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty fun to play with X.
Yeah.
Oop, nothing here.
Sorry, no zeros.
Oh, wait, you mean there was already one here?
Ones and zeros. Yeah, but see, basically, there also makes a differentiating play style. Zero becomes the close range specialist. It can be a lot more fun, but at the same time, you're playing it a little bit recklessly, and it returns at well, not recklessly. It's just sometimes you have to take the risk with your play style.
Yeah, and for me, I'm already really aggressive in X series anyway, so it's like this playthrough was meant for me.
Right.
Honestly.
Well, I shifted the gears.
Only ported. The way I like to look at it, to me personally, I know it's going to sound a little odd, but it's like a very fast-paced Castlevania with how close I have to get with enemies in order to do damage.
Oh, I don't get that close at all in my Castlevanias.
Yeah. Well, you got to win.
We are no more than I don't know what's the average length for the whips in that game. 6 to 10 inches.
No. It's like good 5 to 6 feet.
Yeah, no more than 6 feet.
Are we going for the Netflix series? Then 30 to 40 feet.
30 to 40 feet whips.
Yeah.
Yes. Long magical whip length notwithstanding, I love that series.
Oh, it's great. I just wish it was longer.
It will be soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
That seems to be a trend lately. Pop out a few episodes first, see exactly where test the waters with that, and then afterwards we will keep going with it from there. And I forgot to start. My phone's dead. Oh well.
Why do you never bring your charger with you?
I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you my charger later.
So do we know?
We still got Persona 2 to work after this. So.
Oh fuck yeah. Now once again, here's the thing again. Zero X can take them away from afar. One charge shot. Zero can do it one swipe, but he's got to get a bit close to the hive.
Because the saber does damage on like a lot of frames of his sword.
Right.
Although there's a way to abuse that even further if you know what you're doing.
Dash cancel?
If I can do the dash cancel for a few of these Mavericks, I will.
I would
or just bosses, and not just Mavericks, just like regular Lukes at the same time too.
Right. Up we go. Oh, shit.
It's fine. I saw that health drop down there anyway, so I can afford to take pot shots. Because it's all gone. There you go.
Oh, fuck you. Got hit once.
Oh no, electricity! Iris, I fell.
What am I fighting for?
What is this? 5-4. Not a paycheck, clearly.
Yeah, you're fighting for your paycheck.
Yeah, that's what I would say. What is that thing in the back?
Eclipse cannon.
The Eclipse cannon?
Yeah. Ah, 0. I've been expecting you. Spider.
Spider!
Crush. That's what Zero's weapon should be like for a joke weapon. A fucking rolled up newspaper.
I know where my loyalties lie.
So you get more of an answer here. Like, you get the idea that they're resigning themselves to fight for it regardless, just out of loyalty. In X, it's like, fuck you, I'm going to do it because my eggs were running this morning. You'll only get like 1 slash, maybe 2 in at the most, and then like try to avoid the web.
Yeah, with 0, it's like if you don't get the first slash in, though, you're going to be here for a while.
Right.
Because you have to avoid the web. You don't want to get tangled in it.
Remember, when he shoots the web, you can also try to dash immediately under him before he fires. Remember, the web spider, the web doesn't go too far.
Nah, you're right. I was actually debating on playing the Saturn version for my 0 playthrough, just to be different. It doesn't run different. It's just like I don't know.
Another Saturn game.
You know, because whenever, because I'm thinking of jumping back to the classic Mega Man series at some point. Because I still haven't done 4 through 6.
I want to do at least
4
8.
through 7. Matt has called 8 for years.
Yeah.
And we're gonna when we get to that, I kind of want to also show off the Sega Saturn version too, because that actually does have exclusive content.
Which I'm not familiar with.
It has Cutman.
Yeah, it's Cutman and Woodman.
Woodman, and it has a different Tengu Man theme for some reason.
Yeah, it's more, which I honestly am one of the few dissenters of, because with the game's overarchingly with the game's feel, attitude, and color palette, an overly militant Tengu Man theme is kind of off-putting to me. Remember, you can jump through the web.
Oh! Deja vu.
And down he goes.
Right.
And you just get like, yeah, exactly. You get a nice look at his poop shoot. You're right. They call it the silk shot. Shut up. So thus we have thwarted the threat in the jungle and have managed to recover an Eclipse cannon for later use.
I would hope so. I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Raijin,
the Raijin Geki.
The Raijin being Japanese for thunder and Geki for...
also Japanese for thunder.
By the by, for a while I didn't really... When I first played this game, I didn't quite exactly what they meant by SM button, so I'm like... Huh?
Yeah, they meant special move.
Right, which is the triangle button, but they also made it that vague because you can customize your controls in this game.
Yes.
Anyway, the
yeah,
Raijin
because this game was also in the Saturn and the PC, so...
Right. So now Johnny's tackling Split Mushroom.
Yeah. If I could, I'd go after Split Mushroom first because he has one of my favorite abilities after beating him.
The double jump?
The double jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. He occupies the laboratory and will attack whoever visits there.
What a pest.
Get off my lawn.
Exactly. He's an old man against a millennial.
Yeah. Look at that hippie hair.
Your hippie bullshit hair. Anyway, this level is exactly the same as I did it in...
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Zero can have an easier time.
Zero does have an easier time because Zero has the Raijin Geki compared to me, which means that not only is his weapons use infinite, he can rip shit apart with unbelievable ease.
Yeah, because it does...
it lingers.
That right there? Yeah, it lingers. It does damage on pretty much every other frame. You'll find that out when we do the mini-boss.
On the mini-boss in particular, it does damage every frame.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this level's music?
I like it.
I do too. It gives the vibe of botany gone wrong or some shit.
Botany, whatever is left in the botany is mostly mechanical at this point. I mean, the vine's over there.
Robotany.
Yeah, robot. There you go. I like that. Ooh, they got extra electric.
Sweet.
Jesus Christ, man.
That makes me jump too, dude. It's so fucking tight. Like, you know, like literally, like you get a feeling like one frame off, and the game registers you as crushed. Oh, by the by, on the ladder, you can press the square button, and you get like a nice good, and it's a pretty surprisingly good coverage swipe. Oh, by the way, press triangle. See that? That's better than a Zero Buster.
Yeah. Well, if it's not the XX one, X1 is ridiculous.
No, because here's the thing: the Zero Buster is actually supposed to be like a shotgun for Zero.
Yeah.
In which case, it does more damage the closer you are to your enemy. Which then begs the question: why am I not using my fucking sword?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point.
Anyway, Johnny will rip this thing apart in 2 Raijin Gekkis as soon as he baits him. Don't let me down, son. Look at that health go. Down, down. Okay, maybe we'll take 1 and 2. But all right, I apologize about the number of shots I said, but you're taking them out through the middle. As you saw in my playthrough, I went from the right to the left. Sayonara.
Nice.
Poof.
If you can do 2, you're great.
No, it was 3. I was wrong on 2. And we're back up another staircase. This time with purple.
It's purple,
lights.
like it's just totally. Oh my God, Matt, just throw me for a loop.
Shit.
I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Oh, the colors. Yes, the colors.
You could do a special code. It's actually black.
Don't worry about the spike contractor back there. It ain't gonna kill you.
Nah. Again,
Yeah.
like I said before, the X4 can be pretty generous with the health drops. If not just being generous with health drops, the amount they restore is pretty plentiful.
All right, now remember how this goes. Good. First hard time for Johnny.
Yeah, did it great. Give me a treat.
Mostly.
Yeah, you're paying for it. This is so fast in this game. The jumping slash.
Yeah, it comes out really quickly, which is great for Zero.
Yeah.
Gives him a lot of options in the air, which kind of makes you wonder, though, exactly how fast he's got his sword on the draw from the back.
He's got Inspector Gadget wrists. Just spins in place.
Go, go, Gadget Raijin Gekki. The Gadget anime. Watch it.
Okay, thanks, Clown Man. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that, so.
Can you Raijin Gekki them? Watch the frame rate drop.
Yeah. Okay, the answer is no. Zero is the kind of guy that probably would scream like a girl if he had a static shock. Fucking wintertime. Alright, split mushroom.
Now, split mushroom can easily be defeated. You just take like your pot shots here, and then when he falls to the ground, that's when you go for the Raijin Gekki hit. If you're lucky, or you can do it this way too. This way it gets rid of those soul bodies. Exactly. Well done. That's a pot shot you could have taken there too when he was rusted over.
The split mushroom copies always jump first before they move anywhere.
Right.
And then they'll move.
Pot shot.
That's your opportunity to get them where you need them to do. So I want to make sure I get the Raijin Gekki out before they land on the floor. Otherwise, they're gonna start doing all over the place, and I really don't want that.
Right. See, what Johnny was doing there was what I kind of meant to do a little bit on my X run, but I had it ass backwards. I meant to get the pot. I should have gotten the shot him with the web first, and get my pot shot in when he was rusted. I did it backwards on my run. Oopsie.
Is it rusted or is it just burnt out?
I call it rust.
Yeah, this lightning has instant rust properties. Lovely moon out tonight.
Except the thing is, though, it is a nice moon, but rust doesn't actually conduct any sort of electrical charge.
No, it just corrodes. The Quenbu. It's a double jump.
Quenbu.
With the correct timer, higher jumps could be possible.
You also get a special move in the air. I think it's like your spinning slash.
Yeah, the spinning slash.
Which is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
in this
one
game.
of my favorite moves in the entire series. The series. Yeah, I said series, and I'm glad the Zero series brought it back.
A lot of Mavericks are surprisingly vulnerable to that weapon.
Yeah. That said, I forget, who is weak to the Quenbu?
No, you can hit anybody with it. It don't matter. This is like I said. Zero.
I guess we just do Magma Dragoon then.
No, I would wait off on Dragoon because you may have a help. Can you dash cancel effectively on him?
I can. Not consistently, but I can.
If I usually hold off on Dragoon till last because he's rather hard with Zero. But for now, I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah. We
And then next time we come around, we'll next time you're back in our home, visitor, we will We'll take care.
Each of there, Mr. Rogers.
Right. All right, neighbor.
We'll
Next
take.
time you come back in our neighborhood, we're gonna figure out which of these 6 Mavericks are gonna get an ass beaten.
See you guys next time. Visitor. Halt, human.
Stop.